All right, awesome. Hello, everyone. It looks like this is the Minecraft room. Just looking at the schedule here, we got three Minecraft related talks, one after the other. So I'm super excited. Um, Happy to kick this one off here. I'm gonna be doing kind of a demo of DiamondFire. Um, for those of you who were not at my lightning talk, um, I have a programming platform called DiamondFire that is basically a way to code extensions, games, mini games, things like that for Minecraft from within the game itself. So you can use normal Minecraft blocks and items to make games, and it's also on a multiplayer server. So you can, make a game, play it with your friends, and it should be a good time. So I think we'll get started here. Let me open it on up. So what we're going to do here is I think we're just going to start. We're in kind of this lobby area, and I'm going to go ahead and just create a new project here. And here we are. We're on a plot here. So how kind of games work on DiamondFire is you have this big kind of building space to build a game, and then you have this coding space, which is where you'll be placing the special blocks that write code for the game. So I can build here. I'm not a great builder. I'll just like put down, an oak log or something just to, prove that building is possible. And then we're going to get to the coding here. So I'm thinking what we're going to do today is we are going to create like a magic wand in Minecraft. So it's going to be a special item that has some special properties. So to start off, we're going to need to give the player the wand when they join the game. Right now, you can see we can do in the little Minecraft chat window / command console. If we do /play, we can play the game. We can see we're here. We have this oak log that we built, but nothing's happening. We haven't written any code. So we're going to go back to the coding mode here with /dev /code also works. And we're going to go ahead and place down a player event block to start out with. So we have all of these blocks. These are kind of like the categories in Snap where these correspond to different sort of programming constructs. So if we place down a player event here, this will be some event that is triggered by the player. So we'll go ahead and select plot and server events, and we'll select the player join game event. So we're going to be looking at when the player joins the game, we want to run some code. And how kind of the code all connects here is that it's just sort of a line of blocks. So we'll have this event, and then some code blocks are going to get run. So let me see. Actually, let me make sure that I'm sharing this with audio, just to make sure that is nicer. Is this more optimized in terms of the frame rate coming through and everything? Just kind of let me know in the chat. Awesome. All right. So we'll continue here with a player action block. This is a lot of the things that we're going to do 100% better. I'm very glad to hear that. So this is going to cover a lot of things that we can do for players. So this will be item management, and we're going to do give items. And so what this will do, it says gives a player all of the items in the chest. And we can see we have this chest above this block here. So all sorts of kind of like function arguments, parameters, all are going to be going in these chests that appear above the blocks. So we're going to give them a magic wand. And I am going to ask y'all in the Zoom chat which item we should use for the magic wand. I've determined these are some of the two most wand-like items in the game. We have the stick, the classic, wooden stick for the magic wand, and we also have the blaze rod, which is another item in Minecraft that has a bit of a different appearance. It's more kind of fiery. So in Zoom chat, which should we use for our magic wand, the stick or the blaze rod? All right, it looks like the blaze rod is the winner here. So we will be using that. But we don't want to just call it blaze rod. We want to call it magic wand. So I'm going to, again, type in the chat. We can rename this item with /item name magic wand. We can even add some colors to this. Let's say we want it to be a magic wand in light purple, pink. So here we go. We have our very magical looking magic wand, and as an added bonus, let's make it glowing. So this is, if you're familiar with Minecraft, kind of the enchantment effect when items are enchanted. You have kind of this glowing animation. So we're going to drop this in the chest, and you can see that if we play the game, we get our magic wand, and so we have it, but it's not very magical because we have not coded it to do anything. So we're going to head back to our coding mode, and we are going to go ahead and build some more functionality. So to start, I'm thinking we want to cast some spells with this wand. So I'm going to say player event, and we're going to go to click events, and we're going to detect when the player left clicks. So when they sort of swing their hand kind of like this, that's a left click event. I'm left clicking my mouse here. And we're going to check if the player, this is the conditional block here, we're going to place this down, and we're going to say if the player, item conditions, is holding item. And again, we're going to be putting the item in the chest. So I'm going to go ahead and grab just a copy of our magic wand here and place that in the chest. So now this condition will be checking if the player is holding the magic wand, and the code inside of these piston blocks here is going to be run. Those are kind of our brackets. So I'm going to place down another player action. And what we're going to do is we are going to, when they click with the wand, launch a projectile. So there's a few options that we have for projectiles. I'm thinking either fireballs to keep with the fire theme, or snowballs if we want to kind of want to have the fire and ice duality here. So again, in the Zoom chat, what do y'all think? Fireballs or snowballs? Let me grab a snowball here. Can projectiles pass through players if their speed is set too high? I think so. It becomes really hard to tell if it's hitting players if the speed is really, really high. But you know, we can give it a try. We can certainly set the speed. All right. It seems like we have some votes for both fireballs and snow. I think we'll go with the snow option for now. We can always add some additional spells later. So now that we have this, the snowball might be more visible. Yeah, we'll take a look. Now, if we play the game, we can see we can left click, and we are throwing out some snowballs. So that is pretty cool. We have kind of our ice spell here. It doesn't feel super magical. I think it's missing a sound effect. So let's go ahead and add that. We will add another player action right after the launch projectile. And we'll go to this communication category that has the play sound block. Now, a sound isn't an item per se. So what do we put in the chest? And the answer is that it can be an item. If we go to this values menu here and we hold this and we right click, it will open this menu. And this is how we represent all these different data types in Minecraft as items. So we have text items, number items, locations for like coordinates in the world, vectors, and here we have sounds, which is what we're looking for, in addition to a few others. So we're going to go ahead and open up the sound menu. There are a lot of sounds to choose from. I think I am going to go with item sounds, trident sounds. Let's see, trident throw. That sounds pretty magical. So we'll use this sound. And these you can choose from any sound in Minecraft, and that will be there's a lot of sounds, so it can be overwhelming to choose, but I think this is good. And so there we go. I'm assuming I'm sharing with sound here. Let me know if not. But now we have some more magical sounding casting of this kind of ice spell here. So we're going to continue. I think the game feels a little bit empty right now. So I think we should add some mobs, some mobile entities. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back to the join event actually for this. And now spawning mobs, that's not really a player specific action. So we're going to go ahead and use the game action block. We're going to place that down like so. And we have some new categories. Entity spawning is one of them, and we can spawn a mob. Now, there are a couple of parameters that we need for this. There are many that we can provide, but the absolutely necessary ones are what do we want to spawn and where do we want to spawn it. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that there. And we are going to figure out what we want to spawn. Those of you who know Minecraft well, you can shout out any of the mobs that have spawn eggs here. Or if not, cows, pigs, chickens, those are all options. So in the Zoom chat, let me know, what do we want to spawn here in this game? Piglin Brute Evoker. I see an upcur. All right, looks like Piglin Brute here is popular, so we will go ahead and spawn one of those. So if we join our game, we can see, actually, we forgot to include the location. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to open up our values menu again, and we're going to grab the location data item here. And how these work is we just kind of hop into our gameplay area and we see, this is a good place to spawn a Piglin Brute. And I'm going to hold the item and I am going to right click. And you can see there's a little outline that kind of appears to show the location briefly. And it also says the coordinates relative to the origin of the plot where this is. So we're going to go ahead and just drop this paper into the chest. And now we have a location and a mob to spawn, and this action should work. And indeed, there we go. We have a Piglin Brute. I'm going to use the snowballs to keep it away because these are hostile and it will damage me. So included facing. Yes, the rotation is a property of locations in Minecraft, and so that is also preserved when you set locations. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to coding mode before I die here. And we're going to add, I think we need the wand to do a little bit more to help us out with these Piglin Brutes. They are, I think, one of the more challenging mobs to deal with actually in the game. So we're going to go ahead and add another event, and this will be the player right-click entity event. So this will be when the player clicks on the Piglin in this case. And we're going to check if the player, again, is holding the wand. And now what we're going to do is we're going to perform an action on the entity that was clicked here. So the entity action, very similar to the player action. We can do a lot of the same things, but this is for entities such as mobs, as well as projectiles are also entities. So we're going to look at, we could do movement here. And let's say we want to launch up. So we're going to launch the Piglin Brute into the sky because that seems fun. Sort of a levitation spell. So we're going to go ahead now and grab a number item from our values menu. And we're going to place that in our hotbar here, and we're going to hold it. And now what we do to set the numbers, we simply type it in chat while holding this item. So we can type, the number 5. We could type the number 10. I'm thinking let's do the number 20. So it'll go up pretty high. So now we're going to drop this in the chest here, and we'll see what happens. So you can see I can right click the Piglin Brute and it goes very high up into the sky. And that is, what happens. So it looks like actually it's taking some fall damage, and then it eventually dies. And now we don't have the Piglin anymore, which is kind of sad. So I'm thinking, we want to be a little bit nicer. We're going to go ahead and make it so that the Piglin falls gently back to Earth after being spectacularly launched into the sky. So we're going to add another entity action, and we are going to go ahead and place it here. And this one, I think we're going to go ahead and give a potion effect. For those who don't know, potion effects are a concept in Minecraft. You can brew potions that have different effects. And this allows us to get various sort of status effects in the game. There are many to choose from, some positive, some negative. And we're going to go ahead and give them the slow falling effect, which will make them fall slowly and not take damage. So We're going to just drop that in the chest as is. Like the number, we can type a duration. So if we wanted this to last for, say, only 20 seconds, we could do that. And then the amplifier is how powerful this effect is. I believe that the more powerful slow falling is, the faster they will actually fall down. So we're going to keep it at 1. And if we play this game one more time here, we will launch our piglin into the sky, and we can see that it now falls down gently back down to the earth. And yeah, I believe that that is kind of what I wanted to show here for the demo of DiamondFire. And I think now we have about 4 or 5 minutes left. I'll kind of open it up to some Q&A here. And yeah, if there's anything else that y'all want to see, just, yeah, let me know in the chat. And let's see it.